Hey everyone, welcome to Prosperous Life Finance, where I help you become a better trader and investor. So in this video, I'm going to be telling you guys why I am currently buying Apple stock. Now, before we get started, I just want to tell you guys that this is completely 100% my opinion, and that before you do invest in any company, to do your own due diligence and research. So what I'm going to be showing you guys is simply my methodology behind why I'm buying Apple stock and the reasons for that. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So searching up Apple stock, we see how it's currently trading at $325.12. So looking at a quick 6-month chart, we see how Apple has already recovered from the previous lows of the past global pandemic. And looking at some of the quick financials, we see how it has a market capitalization of $1.41 trillion. It has a PE ratio of 25.49 and a dividend yield of 1.01%. So now looking at some earnings, we do see how Apple was able to beat all of their estimates quarter after quarter on a consecutive basis. So we can see how in the first quarter of 2020, they were also able to beat their earnings per share estimate, which does show that even through the global pandemic, they were able to battle through this and actually come out on top. So this is also one of the reasons which I do fully believe in Apple. So looking at some statistics, we see how despite the past global pandemic, that Apple stock is up 43% in the last 12 months. And one of the main reasons is due to the revenues, which was actually held in the wearables and services segments. So looking online, we see how the services segment posted a recordly quarterly revenue of $13.34 billion, which is up 16% from a year ago. So one of the best services during this current global crisis was the Apple TV Plus. And this is due to the fact that since everyone was at home, many people and families wanted to watch movies, TV shows. So this actually did do really well during the global pandemic as everyone was at home. And as we can see here, on April 21st, Apple actually launched a major international expansion of its services offerings, which shows just how much Apple is trying to go more globally. And it actually brought the App Store, Apple Arcade, Apple Podcasts, and iCloud to over 20 more countries, and Apple Music to 52 additional countries. So we can see just how Apple is expanding even during this current global pandemic, which shows how regardless of the global economic situation, they're doing their best in order to keep expanding. So another great business which was doing well is Apple's wearables, home, and accessories, which saw sales jump from 22.5% to $6.28 billion in the past March quarter. So the wearables include things like Apple Watch, AirPod wireless earbuds, and Beats headphones. So we can see how these accessories and wearables, they saw a jump and increase in sales during this past quarter. So another reason which I am buying Apple is due to the fact that they have lots and lots of cash ready at hand, which is actually around a little less than $193 billion in cash and investments. And it is actually money which is always going back to shareholders through stock buybacks and dividends. And as you guys know, Apple has increased their dividends year after year for the past multiple years. So going into the investor relations section of Apple's website, we see here the dates and the dividends that were paid out. So we can see how since 2015, the dividends have increased from 52 cents to 57 cents to 63 cents, 73 cents, 77 cents, and now to 82 cents. So we can see how year after year, Apple does keep increasing these dividends, and actually brings a optimistic outlook for Apple, as we can see how since they have so much cash, they are able to do these type of things for their shareholders and investors, which is a great plus for me. While most of their sales and revenues came from wearables and accessories and online services, these next generation of iPhones, which are going to release at the end of this year, are going to be great. Many people expect that there's going to be several of the next generation iPhones this year, and also some that will even run on 5G networks. So I have used many of Apple's products, such as their phones, tablets, and computers, and I do gotta say that they are very great products for not only efficient communication, but also for education, drawing, entertainment, or just about any other topic which you can think of. So I do think that the hype around these new upcoming phones are going to raise the stock price up, as they are going to release a wide array of phones and even some more affordable ones. So here I have pulled up the TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim trading platform, and here we're just going to look at Apple stock from a more technical standpoint. So looking at some indicators, we do see how the RSI is actually heading towards overvalued conditions, and we can see how the MACD is actually signaling us in order to sell. So one thing I want to bring up is that Apple is a long-term investment for me. So it does not mean that I'm going to day trade this or swing trade this. Do I recommend this to swing traders and day traders? Depends on your own preferences. But even though this stock is showing signs of overvaluation, I do think that regardless of these day-to-day and weekly fluctuations, this is a good overall long-term investment for me. But once again, before you invest in any company, you should always do your own due diligence and research. But once again, here's a view of Apple from a more technical standpoint. So looking at it, this is a yearly chart. So you can see the high was around $327.85 before the pandemic, and then we do see how it started to sell off with the pandemic, and we see how after that Now it is in a beautiful uptrend. But once again, here's the technical standpoint. So let me know down in the comments below what you guys think about Apple. I hope you guys did enjoy this video and were able to earn some valuable information. God bless you all, and I'll see you guys in the next video.